Hey guys, this is the V-Man from No Budget Productions, and on the flip side of the coin is Frank from Filk Ferret Productions. Frank, how are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Just got off of work, so that's always good.
Right on, man. Well, I got up from an almost 2-hour nap. So man, I slept like a baby, which means I shit my pants.
As long as you don't have to have your diapers changed.
No, they're still. I still am in shitty pants, so that's that's a positive. So yeah. So so how are we doing today, Frank?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing better now because I'm talking to the V-Man.
Well, yeah, like this morning, like I ever since you gave me the option to do kind of unlimited streaming, I have felt the need to be like, man, I want to reach out, connect, and talk to people, and you of all people know how much when I start talking, like I just yak, George Cayenne, Gary Davis, Scott Johnson, like anyone that knows when I start talking, I just don't shut up. So what was supposed to be a 5-minute video turned into a 50-minute video, and it's like, oh shit. So I felt bad for kind of almost pushing you off to the side, but the channel hit 1,500 subscribers.
I just saw that. That is fantastic. It's fantastic.
A little unbelievable. And I think that's a testament to when you bring quality over, the thing about it is, like, we have some of the most loyal people, I think, in the community. They come every time we post, they always show up. When YouTube doesn't fuck over the algorithm,
Exactly.
They show up, or they'll catch the rewind, once they know we've posted, and to me, it's just so humbling and flattering, to know that we have people who care enough to show up and watch. And it got me to thinking, wouldn't that be kind of cool to chat with you a little bit, since we're showing Haunted and Anchors Away, which of course are Dreadnought Dominion films, but that's kind of what brought you to the table of fan films, and kind of talk about, just what we think of our fans. Because, I mean, obviously we don't do it for the money. We don't do it for fame. We don't do it for those type of reasons. We do it for the love of Star Trek, and we do it for the interaction with them.
What's this?
What's that now?
I said, what's this we?
I'm sorry, one more time, buddy.
What's this we? I was making a joke. You said we do this for the fans and we do it not for the money. I said, what's this we?
Oh, right.
I'm only kidding. I do it for the fans.
Yeah.
Folks, I have just left V-Man speechless for the first time. May not be the last.
Yeah, I was like, what? What?
Score.
Right. So with that in mind, what do you have? Because you took over as part co-owner of the channel, and you and I've been talking a little bit about, like, doing the community tab and kind of posting the picture. Like, you didn't even know that there was a community tab. What is it like kind of being on a channel that kind of reaches a little bit more of an audience? I mean, because you were already kind of doing that before we took partnership.
Actually, the only type of real type of podcasting or anything that I actually was doing was doing a little bit of Twitch, and Donna and I would do a couple nights a week on Twitch and do some of our Filk music. So this actually is new to me, and I love it because this is great to be able to get out there and speak to the fans, find out what they're thinking, being able to judge where you want to go and what they'd like to see. So, and I'm learning a lot about that. You're right. I never knew there was a community tab there. I didn't delve as deep as I should have. So it's cool.
Well, Robert Pearson says, no notifications again. YouTube sucks. And that's one of the things that we find out. They either unsubscribe us people, or they take the notifications off, or like it's for such a community driven subscription thing. They don't really, they're not very consistent in what they do. But you've been helping me the past couple weeks. Like Ramblin' was doing it before. You were kind of doing it recently. Kind of taking ownership. Jim's Landscape also kind of helps out. For the mod. So does Matt's Jim's Lawn Care. Jim's Lawn Care. Matt's Lawn Care. Again, if I'm all I know is Jim and Matt. Like I know it's lawn something, lawn care, landscape, lawn care.
I think it's lawn care.
I know Jim. Yes, that's it. Dang it. Again, you'd think I'd get the names right, because I barely know your name, Frank. Because you've got when I type in your name on Facebook, I'm like, I literally go FR and it types in nefarious, and I'm like, what? How is that? How's that Frank? Oh, well, so I feel like Facebook has been like, we give up on this guy. He doesn't get names right. You know what I mean? But you've been helping me out for a while. And you left for a little bit and you came back, and, obviously, again, like I said, it wasn't for like, money or fame or whatever, it was for your own satisfaction, but also for the fans. How positive has it been to have this group of people, because you got the inside jokes, you've got the laughter, and I know for me, it's infectious. These people keep me coming back. Like, it makes me want to continue to stream. Like, I mean, hell, you and I've been talking about doing a 24-hour fucking Constar watch, which, we were like, fuck it, we'll bring our coffee. Not many people want to do that. But here we are, us, older gentlemen who are like, nope, we're going to do it.
It's on my bucket list.
What's that?
It's on my bucket list.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm eager too. Even though when we were talking about it, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, we might have to take like an hour nap, but like, for me, it's like such a fucking high to have these people that are eager to see what we come up with and to join us in conversation. It's like meeting your friends at the school lunch. You know what I mean? Is it the same for you?
Yeah, actually it is. I mean, and to tell you the truth, some of the comments that I have received, even before I was doing anything here, but just coming in and being part of, the Pizza Roll Diaries and watching that, and, whenever you had a live stream and coming in, and I'm surprised and actually quite humbled that there were a few people out there that actually remembered me from 5 years, 6 years ago when I was doing Dreadnought, and who actually missed me. And one person was I was quite surprised, was Michael King when he said that to me one time in there. And I'm humbled. I really am, and happy.
Yeah, Michael's got the steel trap memory, man. He doesn't forget nothing. If he likes something, or even if he doesn't, like he doesn't forget nothing.
So it's been great getting back into it. It's like when you step away from any type of pardon me, situation, coming back and remembering why you were here in the first place. It is fantastic. When I came back and I said to Gary, I said, I'd like to participate again. And he said, yeah, well, okay, that'd be great. And we worked out a couple small things. And I realized, wow, I want to do this again. But, understandably, Gary and Randy have taken this to another place. It's theirs now, whether I create it or not. I just can't come back in and say, that would not be fair to the work that they put in. So me being the dummy I am, I decided, let me just create another series. And then you and I got together and boom.
Well, and that was kind of an awkward, because when you came back, it was kind of like I didn't really know you, but I kind of reached out because I was like, well, this is a conversation I'm not really looking forward to having, but
tell everybody why. I mean, let's be upfront. Why was that?
Oh, I fucking hated you, dude.
Yeah. And I don't blame you. And why? It's because everybody feels that I just dropped the ball and left everybody going.
Well, I mean, the thing about it was like when I wrote Chain of Command, like I mean, everyone knows like I put a lot of real life into the scripts, and so I'm inspired by what really happens in real life. So when I'm having that conversation with Gary, that's what happens with Briseau and Menard. That was that was me and Gary really talking. Or when I had Denson talking to Briseau about why did Grissom leave, like that's really Randy talking to that's Randy talking to Gary going, why did Frank leave? Because it was a lot of questions of like, we don't really get this, and that's the thing. Like, I really feel like after so much time had passed, like wounds heal, even hostility. It's like after so much, a good example is like Ray Tessie. For so many, Ray and I have a perfect example of like up and down, roller coaster. Some years I'm angry, some years he's angry. But the dude's like family. Other years we're just, perfectly happy. And the thing is like, but if you attack him, oh man, fuck you. Don't attack my friend. And the thing is, it's one of those things where, it's that real life thing where that bleeds over into the drama of the scripts, and that's what I think makes the scripts that much more appealing to the fans when they're like, man, I so like this really appeals to me. They relate to it, and it's because it's taken from real life. But if if we had just made shit up, well then you don't relate to it as much. It's that thing of like, write what you know. Right. I don't know the first thing about a 50-foot space monster. I can't write that. But you give me human drama or a sulking fat man. Oh, I can write that character because that's what I am. I've done that plenty of times. Or a guy that gets his heart broken. Oh man, I've been that guy. I think we all have. Or a guy that's pissed off at another guy because he feels abandoned. Well, great. But then flip side of the coin, why did he abandon everybody? And then there's multiple layers. You're not the bad guy. You're not the villain. And it's very easy to write a character that's like that. But, well, why did he leave? And then put his perspective in there. And then what about his relationships? And now we have a fully multifaceted story with how your characters has interacted with not only my character and not only Gary's character, but my crew, and then how that interacted with your new crew. And it's a wonderful tapestry of universe. It's great, and again, to be a fan, to watch that and see, it's just wonderful, because when you go back to the very beginning and watching Anchors Aweigh and watching Haunted, none of that was there. Not even the Menard character, and that's one thing that watching, it's just so wonderful, because from a historical perspective, my guy wasn't even around yet.
No. And that is really it really is funny how things develop out there, and how things come to pass. It was interesting today. I was talking to my buddy Jason at work, and we were talking about our favorite subject, female stars of Star Trek. He's into Jerry Ryan. I love Jolene Blaylock. But anyways, we were talking about that, and we started going through to see how many, how much people in Star Trek were, what the was, and we were figuring out the A and B. But I got into my IMBD, which I have. And I started going through there, and I think Gary, somebody's been keeping up my IMBD, and it might be Brandy, but I mean, I do know by looking at it, there's a lot of things I've been in besides the Star Trek universe. I mean, I've done things for a thing called Cosmos, which was an Italian guy that I met online, and he needed somebody to play a British type character that was a general. It's sort of like a loose Doctor Who. And I was in some of the original Romulan Wars that Lee Gartrell and I was also a voice actor for a couple different things that Randy did, and a couple other people that needed voice work. So when I was looking at it, I said to myself, I think of Dreadnought and being in there and, working with Farragut and stuff like that, some of the minor roles that I had in Farragut. But, I've been doing this for a lot longer than I thought I had, when I look back, even, a few years before that I was actually doing stuff.
Right.
So,
well, coming back to the reason why we decided to stream at this hour, what is it if you could give a message to the fans, because like I said, we hit the 1,500 mark on subscribers for the channel, and again, like I think the most blessed the most blessed thing we could have is the loyal people every time they show up, making the silly comments and jokes with us. To me, that's its own reward. What exactly do the fans mean to you every time you show up to a stream?
They mean to me the world. One of the things very quickly in Filk, those of us who perform Filk music, people go, "Oh, we can't do anything. We'd love to be able to sing and stuff like that." We say to them, "Look we need listeners. We do this for you guys. So yeah, join the circle. If you have something to contribute, please do. But we do this for you. We do it for ourselves too, but we love doing it. And the more people we can make smile, the more people that we can give insight to, and the more people that we can get to know as people. I mean, one of the greatest things is I started knowing people when I started coming into your channel. And, even before we started doing this, people knew me as Frank, and it was great. And that's what the fans mean to me. They're my tribe. They're, fandom is my tribe, and they're part of the tribe.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you've got when you go on set and you film, you have a type of family that you feel, it's kind of like I was telling Yava last night, because her and I were kind of chatting back and forth for a second, how, when you film, it's kind of like extended family, but when you have the fans that you connect with, every time you stream or every time you do a watch party or a premiere or you do a review or something, it is very much like a small community, like a tribe, like you said. It's a good connection of people, like I said earlier, it's very much like, it's lunchtime and you're all sitting at the cafeteria table, and you can't wait to connect again, and talk and share the experiences of what you're doing and what you're up to. And the thing I like most is, like, even if you're just sitting there rambling, just to hear someone else chime in and to see what they have to say, because that can steer the conversation completely different, because what you were going to say and have planned, and then one comment can change the course, and then you're like, fuck, man, 20 minutes later, what was I saying? And that's a good time. And so many afternoons I've wasted just because of a comment that you're like, man, I don't even know where we started on that one.
Mhm.
And
Like you and I
so
do.
much fun. Well, I can definitely say
It's only gonna
yeah,
be
I
a
was gonna say, I was gonna say, I don't think I would have started the greasy pole myself, but yeah, yeah. So with that in mind, like I said, we hit 1,500. I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported us. We do have more coming. Tonight we will have. I was planning on recording tonight, and then I was going to release it Saturday or Sunday. But the guy from who's doing Batman Other Worlds, they're going to be releasing the film actually tomorrow. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it live tonight at 10 o'clock Central, instead of recording it tonight and then releasing it like this weekend. Might as well just do it live. So tonight at 10 o'clock, we're going to go ahead and do live interview with one of the people behind Batman Other Worlds. It's a fan film, which will be coming out tomorrow. Yes, it will. So because we originally were supposed to release it this weekend, because he was going to he had some filming and stuff to do this weekend, so he was going to be busy. But Ian, yeah, YouTube sucks. Yeah, it's not the greatest thing, man. So tune in tonight if you guys are free at 10 o'clock p.m. Central, because we plan to have one of the creators, and I'll post the link here in a second. As soon as this is over, I'll set the link up, so you guys can go ahead and hit that notification button to receive it. So with that being said, Frank, thank you for coming with me. And Frank and I will be doing some more live streams, somewhat random, somewhat organized. We still have yet to figure out some times on what works for us. And then we will be doing our show tomorrow night, me and Frank, at 10 o'clock tomorrow night for the Critical, Not Cynical, where we will be doing Starship Valiant Legacy, the special edition. And it's going to be just like the fan film get together. Yeah. But except not my films, it'll be other people's films. So yeah, come in tomorrow, join us. So with that being said, everybody, be genuine, be safe, and keep on geeking on, guys.
And watch those polls.